His opponent tonight comes to us from the Rebels of Roncalli High School. Joined by Coach Wade McClure, just a freshman, 49-2 on this, his first high school season, with championships in the sectional, regional, semi-state, and Circle City Conference tournaments. A 2016 SWA Middle School State champ, a 5-time ISWA State champ. He too, a 4.0 grade point average. Welcome, please, Alec Viduya. At 113, Watts and Viduya.
Bounds Alec Viduya. Roncalli Rebels and Wade McClure, just a freshman. He'll be taking on a sophomore, Mark Caron's Jimtown Jimmies, and Hunter Watts. Watts with a record 47-2 overall in his career, 89-12, just 49-2 on the season and career for Viduya, because as we mentioned, it's freshman versus sophomore.
Viduya does not wrestle like a freshman. Nice shot inside, single leg. Nope. Oh, he did. Referee Ledbetter awarded the takedown, and it's a 2-point lead already by Hunter Watts from Jimtown.
Viduya is a 5-time ISWA state champion, 2016 IHSAA Middle School state champion, and by the way, he has a 4.0 GPA.
He's very good. Nice move by Viduya. He got to his feet. Walls threw in the legs, but he had to do something, or else he would have been hit for stalling. A little bit of stalemate. Viduya gets the escapes 2-1.
Watts, the sophomore, was 6th in the state at 106 a year ago. He has a 4.2 GPA. Al Smith, 2017 wrestling champion.
Beautiful single leg by Viduya. He's got it elevated. Now he's got a near side cradle, pinning combination. He went right to a takedown, and he's going to get back points too, I believe. He did get the near fall. Anytime you expose your opponent to his back and hold him there for a count of 2 or more, it's a 2-point. So 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall, and a 5-2 lead by Viduya.
All of a sudden, he racks up 4 points and has an advantage now with under a minute in the period. Pretty impressive freshman, isn't he, Coach?
Oh my! And what he did earlier today takes it a step further. Viduya is ranked number 2 in the state. To get to this match, he had to defeat the defending state champion at 106, Asa Garcia from Avon, and he beat him 6-5. So, yeah, he's no stranger to being in big matches, that's for sure.
Hunter Watts, as we mentioned, finished 6th here in 106 a year ago.
And Watts has 2 losses on the year. Both were to number 4 ranked Corey Cavanaugh from Penn. We have a stalemate call on the mat, and Garcia was able to eliminate Cavanaugh earlier in the day.
Coaches weigh in at all on the decision to be up or down if it's wrestler's choice?
I think so. They try to advise, and most wrestlers is a nice far ankle, far knee breakdown by Viduya. He's in control. He's got an arm bar near side, and he's trying to hook the leg, or arm bar far side, and then trying to hook the leg near side. Okay, Viduya's got the leg high, switches right to a near side cradle from his feet. He locks his hands, and he gets 2 and 2. Brilliant move.
Match was very close to being over right there, wasn't it?
It was close, but Watts fought through nicely. Nice double leg takedown shot by Watts off the whistle. Now Viduya takes his shot. Watts has got a front headlock. Viduya's trying to keep control of that arm, maybe try a little bit of a drag here. He's set up for it on his feet, but Watts will have nothing to do with that. I think he's aware of what Viduya's options are. Viduya's had a well of weekend, picking off #1 undefeated returning state champion from 106 to get here. And Hunter Watts, ranked number 6, has certainly had a great weekend as well.
A lot of good wrestlers eliminated from contention last night. Some guys who went deep into this tournament a year ago. And then, as you mentioned, today is the day that saw some folks get knocked off that were pretty high up on the podium a year ago.
Nice single leg, and Viduya sprawls back and keeps his hips in the pressure on, but his legs back. Did a nice job of countering here. Now he has what is called a whizzer. Nice back up front. He's playing the edge very nicely. It's going to be hard for Watts to score here. And referee Ledbetter, who used to be the Warren Central head wrestling coach, great experience on the mat right now, leading these young men, and it's still 5-2 score.
Interesting to see coaches get into officiating, be on the other side of it, huh?
Yes,
seen that, you know, and it happens in all sports too.
Beautiful single leg trip, 2-point takedown for Watts, and he kind of caught Viduya flat-footed. But yes, you do see it in other sports. I think a lot of coaches would like to get back at a certain ex-coach if he got on the put the stripes on. Now Watts is running what is called a spiral ride. He's reaching all the way across through, capping the far shoulder. But he's got control, and it could turn into a pinning combination, or his job is to try to turn Viduya to his back. 5-4. Viduya is going to try to score with 20 seconds left in the period. Viduya's up to his feet again. Nice job at that. And he's looking for maybe a stalling call against Watts. Not going to get it. Now Watts is in a comfortable spot there with head in the mat. Viduya's not giving up though. Now he throws the legs in and comes out the back door at the buzzer. Now you'll probably see a coach come over and discuss that with official Ledbetter. He's looking for possibly a warning for stalling because he threw the legs in and he knew he couldn't get the pinning combination, or more, he thought he had an escape before the time ran out.
I would think that it's all predicated on the fact that the officials, we've seen this, a lot of good officiating today, the officials talking things over. I think it's all tied to the time and where the clock was, I think.
Viduya is underneath, and he shakes Watts down. He tries to get out. That would have been at least 1 point, but time expired, and the assistant referee agreed with the head referee's decision on time.
113 pounds, as you see there. The score 5-4. The freshman, Viduya from Roncalli.
And he is on. He got a nice single head inside. And now they're in something of a scramble situation. Viduya can try to raise his head up. And Watts certainly wants to keep his. Watts is looking for possibly a stalemate call here, try to get out of this mess. And he does have Viduya in something of a predicament. And it is called a stalemate. Back to their feet.
So at what point does Watts start to force the issue a little bit, or is now that time?
Well, I think he's going to have a sense of urgency, but he does have over a minute left. And the way things have been going with Viduya as far as getting the escapes, he probably doesn't want to get a takedown too soon. Nice single by Viduya. He's got a leg up. He's going for that near side again. But then he drops down to his far ankle and gets 2-point takedown. Great job from one move to the other.
That may be a little slow to get up.
It's identical to the first takedown and near fall earlier. He's got the single leg up. Watts bails on the near side attempt of the cradle, and Viduya follows through by getting the ankle and getting the takedown.
Back to live action now, and the sand is running out of the proverbial hourglass on Hunter Watts. He's inside of 45 seconds as we speak, and he trails by 3.
This should be called a stalemate pretty quickly. It is. Watts almost had the escape and went back in, but he didn't have the breakaway, so he got no points out of that flurry.
Hunter Watts from Jimtown, Alec Viduya from Roncalli.
Viduya's got a far ankle, far knee. It's a great ride in this situation. He's got to make it appear that he's going for a pin or a fall of some sort. He breaks him down. Watts is now back to his base. He's going to try to build up, and there comes an attempt at I don't know really. I thought he might try a roll, but kicked out. But Viduya is riding remarkably well for a freshman.
Yeah, he's had a remarkable run in this state championship all throughout the season. In fact, The last 10 seconds about to tick away on this clock, and the Roncalli faithful start to come to their feet as they sense this freshman is going to claim a state championship.
There's a, oh my, that would have been a Peterson.
So how about that? What a way to wrap it up at 113 pounds. Too much, too little, too late for Hunter Watts. Champion at 113 pounds, Alec Viduya.
See ya. Runner-up at 113 is Jimtown's Hunter Watts. And finishing a tremendous freshman season, 47 wins, only 2 losses, and a state title to his credit from Roncalli High School, Alec Viduya.